Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker than they used to, even though you're doing everything right? You try to eat healthy, stay active, maybe even take a daily walk, but your legs still feel stiff, tired, or just not as steady. It's frustrating, isn't it? And here's something most people never suspect. The very fruits you've been told are healthy might be silently working against you. It sounds strange, I know. We've all heard that fruit is nature's candy, full of vitamins and good for the heart. But for people over 60, certain fruits can spike your blood sugar, drain your energy, and quietly weaken your muscles, especially in your legs. And if you've been feeling more wobbly on the stairs, or need to sit down sooner than you used to, it might not just be age, it could be what's on your plate. You're not alone in this. Most older adults are trying their best, doing what they were told was healthy. But there's a hidden truth no one talks about. Some fruits, despite their reputation, can accelerate muscle loss and rob your legs of strength over time. That's why today's conversation matters, because once you understand which fruits are doing harm and what to eat instead, you'll feel more in control of your body again. And honestly, at this stage of life, that confidence and freedom in your own movement is priceless. So, what fruits are secretly draining your leg strength? Let's start with one that might surprise you. Watermelon. It's sweet, juicy, and feels like the perfect summer snack. And yes, it's refreshing. But what most people don't realize is that watermelon is made up of over 90% water and packed with fast-digesting sugars. When you eat it, especially on its own, it causes your blood sugar to spike almost instantly. And what goes up must come down. That crash you feel an hour later? That's not just tiredness, it's your muscles, especially the ones in your legs, reacting to that sudden roller coaster of energy. You might feel lightheaded, unstable, or like you just want to sit down. And if you already deal with blood sugar issues or fatigue, the effects can be even stronger. Now, I'm not saying watermelon is evil, but for older adults who want strong, stable legs and lasting energy, it can quietly drain you more than it helps. And what's even more surprising, the next fruit is something most of us snack on without a second thought, yet it's one of the worst offenders for leg fatigue. Grapes. They seem so harmless, don't they? A handful here, a few while watching TV, maybe tossed into a salad or frozen for a cool treat. But these tiny fruits pack a serious punch, just not the kind you want. Grapes are incredibly high in natural sugar, and because they're so small and easy to eat, it's effortless to consume far more than you realize. Each bite sends a rush of fructose into your system, which your body has to process quickly. That sugar overload doesn't just affect your waistline, it triggers inflammation, drains your energy reserves, and can lead to muscle fatigue over time. And guess where that fatigue shows up first? Right in your legs. The muscles that carry you, support your balance, and keep you moving. Those are the ones hit hardest. And here's the catch. Because grapes are often labeled as healthy, many older adults reach for them daily, thinking they're making a smart choice. But for your legs and for lasting strength, they can quietly chip away at your stamina if you're not careful. Bananas. They've been praised for decades as the go-to fruit for energy and potassium, and sure, they have their benefits. But for seniors, there's another side to the story. Bananas are loaded with natural sugars and starchy carbs, and when your body breaks those down, it can lead to quick spikes in blood sugar, followed by that familiar drop in energy. You might feel fine at first, maybe even a little boost. But then comes that sluggish, heavy feeling in your legs, like they just don't want to keep moving. And over time, eating bananas regularly can actually interfere with how your body absorbs calcium and magnesium, two minerals that are absolutely vital for keeping your muscles strong and your legs steady. You're trying to eat better, to make smart choices, but sometimes what's marketed as healthy just isn't right for your body anymore, especially when it comes to your strength and balance. And speaking of misleading health foods, there's one form of fruit that causes even more trouble than most people expect, because it looks so small and innocent, yet it hits your muscles hard. Dried fruits. They sound like a convenient, healthy snack, perfect for tossing into oatmeal or nibbling on during the day. But dried apricots, raisins, dates, they're little sugar traps in disguise. When fruit is dried, the water content disappears, but the sugar, it becomes concentrated. A handful of raisins can have the same sugar impact as a candy bar, and you'd never guess it because it doesn't taste that sweet at first. Now here's what that does to your body, especially your legs. First, the sugar overload triggers inflammation, which silently wears down muscle fibers and contributes to stiffness. Then, because dried fruit pulls water from your system without giving any back, it can actually dehydrate your muscles. And when your muscles, especially the ones in your legs, are dehydrated, they don't function the way they should. You might feel cramping, fatigue, or that wobbly sensation when you stand for too long. It's sneaky because these fruits seem so healthy. And for years we've been told they're a great way to get fiber or natural energy. But if you've been feeling more worn out than usual and your legs aren't keeping up the way they used to, it might be time to rethink that dried fruit snack. Canned fruit. It's easy, it's convenient, and it lasts forever on the shelf. But if the label says "in syrup," that's your red flag. Those soft peaches, pears, or pineapple slices may look harmless, but they're sitting in a thick, sugary syrup that floods your body with added sugars the moment you take a bite. And here's the part that affects your legs more than you might realize. All that extra sugar doesn't just lead to weight gain or spikes in blood sugar. It also blocks your body's ability to absorb key minerals like magnesium. And magnesium is critical for muscle function. Without enough of it, your legs can feel heavy, slow to react, or just plain tired. It becomes harder to get up from a chair, walk for long distances, or maintain your balance. Canned fruit in syrup is one of those things that slips under the radar. It's sweet, soft, and easy to eat, especially for those who have trouble chewing. But the hidden sugars and preservatives can quietly chip away at your strength, one bite at a time. And while this one's bad, the next one is even sneakier, because it doesn't come with a fork or spoon. It comes in a glass. Fruit juice. It sounds healthy, right? Orange juice with breakfast, a splash of apple juice in the afternoon. It's fruit, so it must be good for you. But here's the truth most people don't hear. Fruit juice is just sugar in disguise. When you squeeze the juice out of fruit, you leave behind all the fiber that slows down sugar absorption. What you're left with is a fast-acting sugar bomb that hits your bloodstream in minutes. And that spike, it doesn't just affect your energy, it directly impacts your leg strength. Over time, high blood sugar levels can damage the tiny blood vessels that feed your muscles, especially in your legs and feet. That means poorer circulation, slower recovery, and weaker muscle function. You might notice your legs cramping more often, feeling cold or numb, or just not moving the way they used to. Even the juices labeled 100% natural or no added sugar are still packed with natural sugars that can throw your system off balance. And here's the tough part. We're conditioned to think of juice as a health drink, but especially as we age, that quick jolt of sugar does more harm than good, especially to the very muscles that keep us standing tall and walking steady. Oranges. It's one of the first fruits most people think of when they hear the word healthy. Packed with vitamin C, they're supposed to boost your immune system and keep you feeling strong, right? And yes, they do have some benefits. But here's the thing. Most people don't realize that for seniors, oranges can be counterproductive to leg strength and joint health. Oranges are acidic, which can lead to increased inflammation in the body, especially in the joints and muscles. If you've ever felt a little more stiff after eating one, you might be feeling the effects of that acidity. And for older adults, that can be a real problem. Chronic inflammation is a major contributor to muscle loss, joint pain, and leg weakness. But that's not all. Oranges are also high in natural sugars, and when they enter your bloodstream, they trigger the same blood sugar spikes and crashes that can drain your energy and leave your muscles feeling weaker. Plus, over time, excessive sugar intake reduces collagen production. Collagen is the key protein that keeps your joints and muscles in good shape. So, while an orange here or there isn't going to cause immediate harm, regularly reaching for them could be quietly eroding your leg strength. It's one of those hidden health traps, good intentions, but not the best choice for the strength and stamina you need in your legs as you age. Now that we've discussed some of the worst offenders for your leg strength, let's turn the page and talk about what you can do instead. Because the good news is, there are plenty of fruits and foods that not only support your leg health, but actively work to make your legs feel stronger, more stable, and ready to carry you wherever you want to go. So, What should you be eating to help keep your legs feeling light, strong, and ready for action? Let's start with berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. These little powerhouses are low in sugar but high in antioxidants, which help to reduce inflammation in your body. Inflammation is one of the main culprits behind muscle soreness, stiffness, and joint pain. And here's a bonus. They're rich in vitamin C, which supports the production of collagen, the protein your body needs to keep muscles and joints in top shape. You can add these to your morning oatmeal, mix them into a smoothie, or simply snack on them. You'll be getting a burst of energy without the sugar crash that can leave you feeling sluggish. But what if you want something that keeps your blood sugar in check while still giving you a little sweetness? Apples are an excellent choice. High in fiber, apples help slow the absorption of sugars, which means they won't cause your blood sugar to spike the way that some other fruits can. They're also a great source of antioxidants and vitamins, and if you pair them with a handful of almonds or walnuts, you're adding healthy fats that nourish your muscles and keep your joints lubricated. The combination of fiber and healthy fats helps provide steady energy throughout the day, so your legs don't feel weighed down by a sugar crash. Next up, kiwis. If you're not eating kiwis regularly, you're missing out on a superfruit for leg strength. These little green beauties are packed with vitamin C, which we already know helps with collagen production, keeping your muscles and joints strong and flexible. Kiwis are also a great source of potassium, a mineral that plays a vital role in muscle function. Low potassium levels can contribute to muscle cramps, especially in the legs. So if you've been waking up with those painful leg cramps in the middle of the night, a daily kiwi might be just the thing to help ease that discomfort. And don't forget about the incredible power of pomegranates. Rich in antioxidants, pomegranates help to reduce inflammation, and they also promote good circulation. For older adults, healthy circulation is key to maintaining muscle health and strength in the legs. You can drink pomegranate juice or eat the seeds themselves, which are packed with fiber. Regular consumption of pomegranates can improve blood flow and help you feel more energized and steady on your feet. Now, these fruits are a great starting point, but they're even more powerful when paired with other foods that specifically support muscle health. So let's take a look at some of the best non-fruit options that can really help keep your legs in their prime. Lean protein should be a cornerstone of your diet. Chicken, turkey, and fish are fantastic sources of protein that help to build and repair muscle. But don't forget about plant-based proteins. Lentils, beans, chickpeas, and tofu are all wonderful sources that will fuel your muscles without the saturated fats found in some animal proteins. Protein plays a crucial role in keeping your muscles firm and resilient, which is exactly what you need to maintain strength and mobility in your legs. But what about those healthy fats I mentioned earlier? Healthy fats are just as important for muscle health as protein. Olive oil, avocados, and nuts are all excellent choices. These fats help reduce inflammation and aid in the absorption of vitamins that are crucial for maintaining muscle strength, such as vitamin D. Healthy fats are also energy efficient for your body, meaning you'll feel steady, not drained throughout the day. Speaking of vitamin D, it's essential for muscle function and overall health. As we age, our bodies tend to produce less vitamin D, which can lead to weaker muscles and a higher risk of falls. So it's important to get enough of this vital vitamin from food sources. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel are rich in vitamin D, as are egg yolks and fortified dairy products. If you've been feeling a little weak in your legs, adding more vitamin D-rich foods to your diet could make a noticeable difference. Magnesium is another mineral you don't want to overlook when it comes to muscle strength. It helps your muscles contract and relax properly, which is key for maintaining stability and preventing cramps. Foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, and almonds are all high in magnesium. A magnesium-rich diet can keep your muscles working the way they should, reducing that annoying feeling of tightness or cramping in your legs. And let's not forget about hydration. You might not realize how much your hydration levels impact muscle function. When you're dehydrated, your muscles can't perform at their best, and you're more likely to experience fatigue or cramping. It's vital to drink plenty of water throughout the day, especially if you're active. If plain water feels too boring, try infusing it with lemon, cucumber, or mint for a refreshing twist. If you make these foods a regular part of your routine, You'll begin to notice a difference in your leg strength and overall mobility. You'll feel more stable when you stand up, more agile when you walk, and more confident in your movements. And here's the thing, as you get older, you deserve to feel strong and capable. You don't have to accept weakness or stiffness as part of the aging process. By making these simple strategic changes to your diet, you can regain your energy, protect your muscles, and keep your legs moving with ease. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just a few small shifts in your daily meals can lead to a big difference in how you feel, physically, emotionally, and mentally. I hope you found this information helpful. Have you noticed any foods affecting your energy or leg strength? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you.